Happy Monday, guys!
And welcome to our weekly catch-up.
In this episode, we're going to talk about the Busfest.
Which was awesome.
And we're going to give you a tip if you plan to travel in UK.
We'll also introduce you to musician Tom Dibb.
So stay tuned. I'm Armando.
I'm Mal. This is Ziggy.
That's our home.
And welcome to our
weekly catch-up. A woman is walking down the street with her baby, and a guy just walked by and stopped and said, "What an ugly baby," and continues walking. And the girl, she was so upset. And somebody else stopped by and said, "Well, do something. Just, you can go to say something to that person. I can hold your monkey."
It's a classic.
So, I hope that we can cheer up your Monday. I know for some of you could be like, you know, Monday morning is not the best day in the week, but
so why
Friday,
not a bad joke?
Yeah, Friday will arrive, don't worry.
And welcome to our... Here are some photos from our past week or so.
The first one, it's Meetup with Abdul and his wife. So Abdul is one of our subscribers on YouTube, and when he heard that we were around the Lake District, he just said, "Guys, I really want to meet you." He said, "Armando, you're my hero. Thank you so much for that." Sometimes it's kind of overwhelming. So we gave the GPS location where we parked for the day. And a couple hours later, he showed up with his, I think he got a T6, beautiful van.
Oh, it's really lovely, yeah.
Yeah, and his wife, she just spent the morning to cook some Indian food. That
homemade scrumptious. It was so good.
So, thank you so much. It was really great to meet you guys. I hope that maybe another time we will have more time during our travel to meet you somewhere else, some other place. And
that would be fantastic.
The second shot, it's an aerial view of the Busfest.
It's pretty epic because you get to see all of the grounds, and we really weren't expecting it to be that big at all.
It was the first time for us, and maybe we can do it again next year. I mean, it was really amazing to see all these VWs transporter.
It was really nice meeting people too, but from this aerial shot, it just kind of shows you how big it actually is. This last shot is one of my favorites so far. It's a sunset in England, proving how beautiful it can be here.
We parked for the night on the top of a hill. Beautiful view from out there at Dunkery and Hornerwood National Nature Reserve. Not so far, just at the bottom of the hill. There's a beautiful, middle-aged town of Bossington.
It's amazing. Everything is pristine and intact. It feels like you're really taking a step back. 200
years back, even more. So I can put the GPS coordinates if you want to wander in that area.
Definitely check it out.
This week,
we have to wait for the dogs. This week.
So here are the tip if you plan to travel in UK. And it's about Wi-Fi. You know, guys, that we work online, we need to be connected, and especially me, I deal with videos, that means big files. So what we found here is a pay-as-you-go data card from 3. It costs £35 a month. You have 3,000 minutes, 3,000 text,
yeah,
and unlimited data.
All you can eat.
All you can eat, and we eat a lot. Happy Monday, guys! Let's talk now about the Busfest.
It was an amazing experience, but it would have been nothing without the people we were there with.
So first of all, we want to thank Jed and Dan from Campervan Culture that invite us. So thanks a lot, guys, for this opportunity.
That was just fantastic. We'd also like to thank Live Travel Play, which is Janice and Gregor. We got to meet them for the second time, and it was just as good as the first.
And if you want, you can check a link up there. It's their full interview. They have so many tips about live and travel in a van.
We also met Chef Campers, which is Mike and Steph.
So they're kind of newbies, it was nice to chat with them because we saw many things we had when we started traveling 7 years ago. And so they sold their house, they bought a beautiful and kind of unique T3 Synchro Atlantic. There's only 15 models in the entire world. And they're now in south of France, in Bordeaux, because their goal it will be to eventually have a cooking travel book and just going around, live their life to taste the best food ever and to create some new recipes.
Which is pretty exciting. And we also had the chance to meet Tom Dibb on the last day, and we were treated to a live concert, but more about him later.
So the overall experience, it was great. For the first time ever, we were invited to a festival like this. It's the biggest transporter festival, so you can see T1, T2, T3, T4, T5, T6 all together, and we speak about more than 5,000 vehicles.
It was mind-blowing, really, because I think we're really not used to those kind of numbers, and our mental picture was probably a few vans sitting around a campfire, instead of so many thousands of passionate people. And it was really, really overwhelming at times, but in such a positive way.
Yeah, and people were great. I mean, you can also find so many parts and van conversion, and it was just a beautiful VW world.
It was like a VW transporter love fest.
And what they did, you can also camp. So we actually camp. Every night we put the Managon, that is Jed, huge truck, and
the beast, yeah.
Our T3 and T4 around the fire. We had some beers. We have a really nice chat with all the guys. We simply enjoyed the time together. No phones, no internet. I mean, we were just there to share our stories and just have some fun time.
And it was also amazing, a lot of the people we met or people that are fans that came to see us. It was just amazing being able to speak to people that we've been kind of chatting with online for quite a while.
Yeah, and also Jed provide us with a plasma TV that we put just in front of work.
Yeah, that was cool.
And all day we show Vanlifers, that it's our movie. If you never saw it, I will put a link here. You can watch it. It's free.
The only downside about having Vanlifers playing all day was I had to listen to my voice doing voiceovers over and over and over again. But it was fantastic, really.
Great experience, and what to say, I don't know, maybe we can go back next year. It will be nice.
And highly, highly recommend if you've got even the slightest interest in a transporter, even if you don't, if you just are interested in the van culture.
Well, if you don't have a transporter, don't go. So the last day at the Busfest, Tom Dibb joined us. He arrived with his T3. Actually, a little bit of his story. He traveled more than 9 months from UK to Australia in order to share his music. And just believe me, he had a great voice and he's a great musician.
He's also, I think, he's promoting a new album right now, and we'll put the link so that you can also...
In the description.
So that you can also discover it. But how would you describe his music?
The thing I like is not just the sound and the music and the voice, but the lyrics, because most of his new songs were written during the road trip. So they tell about his own experience while traveling. That's the part that gets me more.
It's like the traveling type music, but
yeah.
It's really good. So please take a listen.
And we're gonna So before to say goodbye, I would like to give you a nice drone shot I got a couple of days ago in the Bristol Channel, and it's the Burnback Pier. It's an old pier from 1867.
It's kind of falling down.
Unfortunately, it's falling down, but enjoy this view. Happy Monday, guys! Happy Monday. Okay, just make it natural. Happy Monday! This is it.
Happy Monday. Thanks for joining us, and join us again next week for our weekly catch-up. And welcome to our weekly catch-up.
Catch-up. Talk about the butt now.
The Buttfest.
The Busfest. Out of nowhere. And it was awesome.